Good morning, traders, and welcome to Phoenix Blue's morning update on the 20th of April 2016. Now, just going through what was really happening this week. Remember, it has been a very, very turbulent week. There isn't really been a lot on, and what I would say is let's just go straight to the charts to discuss some key talking points. The very first thing we're going to have a look at is WTI. Now, crude is most certainly the main talking point for this week, especially as the strike in Kuwait has ended. Now that has caused a ripple effect around the markets. As we can see, right now WTI is currently floating at 41.47. Futures for it have fallen, but this is the spot on WTI after hitting the highs of just below 42.25. We are pretty much in and around a level of support and resistance on the daily. As we can see this horizontal line intersecting with a lot of opens and closes and some clean touches. The market is most certainly paying attention to it. Just having a look at this on the weekly, we are coming back to an area where there looks to be certain downward pressure back on oil, and that has had its knock-on effect, of course, with the strike ending. The commodity-linked currencies, such as the Australian dollar, that we're just going to flick onto now. This is a daily chart on the Australian dollar, and as we can see, trading has opened up, and it's down on the day, and the Australian dollar is floating at 77.90 circa right now. Probably see this take a bit of a retreat or a pullback, and if we just have a quick look at the Canadian dollar, which has been affected through a number of different ways. In particular yesterday, let's not forget that yesterday the governor was speaking out in Canada. So Stephen Poloz, and generally it tends to be generally it tended to be a little dovish, I would say, but right now we can see CAD floating in and around the 1.27057 circa. It's up on the day, but really is pulling back to a fib level, as we can see here. Remember, this is a daily time frame. So what we'd probably see is crude lay the way for a lot of our commodity-linked currencies. In terms of the USD, now the USD and how it's been over the last 2 days. First things first, we need to discuss any announcements that came through, and definitely we've had some data coming through from the USD, and it wasn't great. In fact, we had housing data just showing us weakness over the first quarter on GDP. Growth isn't as large as most people would have expected it to be. Remember, we've had numerous conversations in regards to rate hikes and staggered rate hikes, and them not going ahead as well as a lot of traders would like to see, and we haven't really seen that dollar strength come about in leaps and bounds over the last week, which obviously has had a knock-on effect onto the markets. There is a certain amount of uncertainty right now, especially with crude pulling back from the highs, and we've seen a stall in that upward push. But what I would say is most certainly be very careful during this week, as is last week. We'll probably see a lack of liquidity, so for those intraday traders, you probably won't see those easy positions materializing, and if you are looking to take a position, then don't expect it running straight off to profit that quickly, because liquidity is a little lower than expected. We have some big news coming in over the next couple of days, of course. Today we've got Draghi coming in and speaking this morning. Tomorrow is a big day for the ECB as well. And let's not forget that we're going to have certain unemployment data coming out from the USD as well tomorrow. So Big news coming around, all coming out today and tomorrow. We do have unemployment data coming out from for the GBP this morning in around 35 minutes, so that will have a knock-on effect onto GBP. With cable the way it is right now and the way it's poised, especially with the Brexit, as we can see, we're forming into this wedge. It could really break out in either or direction. Personally, what I would say is let the formation occur and then make a judgment call. Okay, guys, this is the end of the morning update. We look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Happy trading. Goodbye.